3 rounds of discussion with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from a Zoom call in Columbia, South Carolina, Matthew, aka the Unbreakable Spirit. And his opponent from a Zoom call in Atlanta, Georgia, Daniel, aka the Executioner. Take it away, Matthew.
Thank you, Jesse, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 10 of At Odds with the Unbreakable Spirit and
the Executioner, Daniel Travis.
God dang it. I am, of course, the Unbreakable Spirit, joined by my co-host who always interrupts me, the Executioner.
Yes.
We got 3 topics for you today.
Topic number 1.
WWE just can't stop releasing people, can they?
Hell no.
No. And topic number 2 is CM Punk saying MJF should make the jump to WWE, and why we think that's probably not going to happen and or a bad idea. And topic number 3 is the results of the Day 1 prediction battle and who will have to watch a movie from their least favorite genre. Let's jump right into topic number 1.
Yes, WWE just doesn't really seem to give a shit and just release people. They released William Regal, which is a big WTF.
They released Timothy Thatcher, which
is kind of surprising.
And for the second year in a row.
And they released Danny Burch and Road Dogg. And yeah, for the second year in a row.
Samoa Joe.
Which is just a big, what the fuck, WWE.
Now I will say we do know that wrestlers that were released that have been scanned for 2K22 will be in the game.
But I'm just like I hate to be the guy to just say this, but William Regal getting released is kind of the main one that I am honestly surprised about, considering the fact is that he was the GM and then just was the GM for the Black and Gold brand, and then appeared on the first episode of 2.0 and then completely vanished off of the face of the earth.
Yeah, I was going to say, he disappeared after the wedding.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, because I don't really get at WWE just like, why did you need to release Regal? What did he do? Because of budget cuts? WWE, you're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Why the hell do you even have budget cuts?
Yeah, and like some of the releases, like one of them was Triple H's friend, obviously, the DOGG, Road Dogg.
Who may can now appear in AEW and reunite the Outlaws.
I doubt it, because Billy Gunn's got that whole gun club thing. And then the three wrestlers that were released were part of NXT during the Black and Gold era.
Samoa Joe, which is just to be I'm gonna say this. I don't care what people think, but WWE, you had a major opportunity to make Samoa Joe into one of the most dangerous sons of bitches in the history of your company, and you completely screwed that up.
Well, yeah, I mean, they did take him up on that opportunity in NXT and made him, a 3-time NXT champion?
Yep.
But, WWE, they said every 6 weeks. This was the first releases in a while.
Yeah. Now, Timothy Thatcher being released is just like, what? What did he do? He's like, he was the longest reigning Evolved champion, and I have to say this, a hell of a wrestler. And you just, and you're just decide to like, okay, we don't need you anymore.
Yeah, and speaking of which, since WWE bought Evolve, are any of them even going to show up in WWE? Because we know WWE isn't
Oh
hiring
yeah.
indie talent anymore.
Well, yeah, and if I remember correctly, Matthew, weren't they gonna like make like an NXT, like a WWE NXT developmental thing?
Yeah, and give it like the whole point of 2.0 was to give it like an indie feel.
Honestly, 2.0 doesn't really give it like I hate to say this, but the black and gold brand felt more like to use a baseball analogy, it felt like the minor leagues where AAA, where NXT 2.0 feels like I don't know.
Another major league team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but to be honest, like I watch NXT 2.0, and sometimes it's hard to tell who's heel and who's babyface. But
Yeah.
you can tell that they're trying to erase the black and gold NXT because NXT New Year's Evil, which aired literally like
A couple
3
days
days
ago.
ago, Braun Breaker broke down a gold NXT or a gold X, and apparently backstage wasn't too happy about that.
Yeah, I don't blame them, but WWE releasing Danny Burch, if you ask me, is just kind of like I get.
When was the last time he was on TV?
I don't remember.
Anyways, we got about 50 seconds. Let's move into our final thoughts.
Okay, final the Road Dogg. I will say that was surprising, but my final thoughts is WWE needs to realize is that the more that they release talent, the more that they are basically handing all of these people to other wrestling organizations.
Yeah. And like WWE has a lot of people in their name, image, and likeness deal. So maybe they'll be using that for some like filler superstars that you can unlock in the My Rise or whatever.
Yeah, oh, and I will say this, where I think Samoa Joe is probably going to go, probably AEW, where the other guys are going to go, I don't really know.
And we're going to take a short break. And we're back. Our next topic is CM Punk saying MJF should make the jump to WWE.
I mean, my just question is, how would he even jump over to WWE if WWE isn't even taking indie talent?
I think CM Punk was being sarcastic because, like, CM Punk, he's known to say whatever he wants
Nowadays.
And well, since 2011, when you think about it, and Punk was just saying basically, you're not worth AEW, and and if you went to WWE, they would just release you anyways.
Okay, he has a point. But I will say, I didn't say this the last time we talked about the MJF CM Punk thing, but these two just have a really, I don't know if it's legit, real heat with each other, but they just seem to have great chemistry, and I personally kind of dig them taking jabs at WWE because it makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, I really hate to say it, but it honestly makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. Like, I mean, like a few of the founders of AEW were WWE rivals, and then there's Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, some of these, no. Do I think MJF would do well in WWE? I don't know. Considering how much considering the kind of deep jabs he likes to take at people, I think, because I don't really see him going to WWE. I more of see him honestly stay in AEW and I don't know, maybe this year becoming a future world champion in that promotion.
Yeah, he definitely could. Like, we all know what he said about like that world title opportunity or whatever.
Yeah, the casino ladder matches that they have,
Yeah,
which is like their Money in the Bank or something. I don't really know how it works.
and you've been watching it longer than I have.
But I honestly think that because in case everyone has forgotten, CM Punk said, "Yeah, sure, go ahead to WWE. You'll just be released faster, and I'll just be here waiting to whoop your ass." Or something like
Yeah,
that.
something along
But
those lines.
but personally, I don't see MJF going to WWE considering how WWE is trying to be family friendly. But if
And
you,
also the fact that they're not hiring indie talent might have a factor in that.
yeah, which is just kind of stupid, I might add.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think personally that I don't know. I am curious on where exactly this on what's gonna happen with MJF and AEW, but I don't think that this is the last time we're gonna see these two in the ring taking jabs at WWE.
Oh, I doubt it. Knowing like all the hate that some former WWE superstars have towards the company, mainly CM Punk, and with AEW being unscripted,
Mm-hmm.
the jabs are just gonna keep going, and WWE's just gonna keep taking them straight to the face.
I mean, honestly, this is just a fact here, but I really do feel like um with all these releases, I really feel like when AEW stars want to take jabs, I feel like WWE's just giving them material to use for them to take jabs at them.
Yeah, and like WWE doesn't even have their guard up to block the jabs or deflect or anything.
Yeah, no, but I don't know. I think where exactly, what do you think, Matthew, about this whole MJF CM Punk
The
thing?
rivalry is very interesting. I mean, admittedly, I just I don't even need to pay attention to wrestling to know what's going on these days. That's how long
That's,
I've been watching.
but I mean, it's a good thing, but also kind of a bad thing.
It's a bad thing in terms of wanting to make this podcast my livelihood and everything.
Exactly.
But yeah, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts on I find this CM Punk MJF rivalry interesting, and I don't really see anything. I don't really see this rivalry ending, and who knows? Maybe the first time we might actually see them wrestle each other is for the AEW Championship.
Yeah, and we're gonna take a quick break before we tell you who's gonna have to watch a movie of their least favorite genre. And we're back for our final segment, which is the results of our prediction battle. Now,
Yep.
I will say there was a card change due to the Universal Champion getting the coronavirus. Permanent
Yeah.
speed, recovery, and blah, blah, blah. But we had to make backup predictions for the WWE Championship Fatal 5-Way.
Yeah.
So let's go through the card and see who won.
Yeah.
I remember I lost the kickoff match.
Yeah. The kickoff match was Ricochet
And Star versus Sheamus and that other guy.
Yeah, and Sheamus team won.
Yeah, in fact, you got the kickoff and the first match of the show right in a row.
Oh yeah. And then the first match was a banger of a match. That being another Uso New Day.
Yeah, which
Classic.
you got that one right as well.
Yeah, which the Usos won by the 3D of all moves.
Yeah.
You got the Raw Women's Championship match.
Yeah, I did. Wait, I did?
Yeah, because Becky won.
I predicted Becky. No, wait, you got
oh,
it. I
no.
predicted Liv.
All right, and then we had RK Bro versus the Street Prof.
Okay, you got a lot right in a row. I get it. I remember being in despair during this.
Yeah, yeah, and then we had that Fatal 5-1, but was gonna be a 1-on-1, then a triple thrill, then a Fatal 4, then Brock Lesnar got on it.
Wait, didn't Edge versus
oh yeah,
Miz happen before that?
Yeah,
I got that one right.
Yeah,
and I even called the return of Beth Phoenix.
Yep.
Setting up for Miz and Mrs. versus the Rated R Glamazons, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Not a bad name. And then the main event happened.
The Fatal 5-Way, which we had to make backup predictions, as I mentioned.
Yep.
Daniel, the Executioner, predicted Bobby Lashley. And I chose the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
Yep. And
Lesnar is the WWE champion now.
Which I will say, I don't really know how that's gonna affect the Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar.
Well, Lesnar's supposed to be on SmackDown tonight. Because free agents and all that.
Yeah, and in the end I end up winning, and I'm choosing Friday the 13th. I don't know exactly which version of it is.
Hey, I'm fine with doing the first one for all I care. I've never seen a Friday the 13th movie.
Well, it's basically a serial killer movie.
Yeah, I know, but like in terms of actually seeing one, I haven't seen it, and I'm actually going to, I'm pretty sure, be Instagram living this, so you can watch it along with me, and if of course you're old enough to watch a rated R movie. I don't want any like children watching a rated R movie and then having to sleep with their parents because they're scared of what they saw. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, boo. Boo. But
Which may
anyway,
make the story be better. So I may do that.
yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's basically it, and our next prediction battle will be the Royal Rumble, which we will have to explain how we're gonna do it because, Rumble.
Yeah. I just hope they have Face Off as the theme song just because of like the Rumble, we're gonna take your face off interludes.
Mm. That would be that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. But also the song has nothing to do with the interludes, so it may not make sense.
Yeah, but my final thoughts are yeah, I won.
Yeah, this doesn't really need a final thoughts. It's just I lost. It is what it is.
Yes.
Now I have to watch Friday the 13th, which I'm probably gonna rent from iTunes.
No, it's on Netflix.
Lovely.
Yep.
Wait, the first one or like the most recent?
I will let you know.
But anyways, you can let me know after the podcast because we are out of time. Thank you
Yep.
for joining us for another episode. We'll be back next week with more debates and discussions. But until then, the
Like.
Executioner and the Unbreakable Spirit will be at odds. Please,
Peace out, losers.
please follow us on Spotify. Find our Facebook page. I'm gonna start linking that in the description. And we will see you all next week.
Peace out.
Bye.